Alright, massive welcome to another RC Tune Talks, and I'm gonna do a little bit of modification today because what it is, I was never a fan of battery tape, hold down tapes. So what I'm gonna do here is just get rid of these battery tabs and replace it with 1 out of 2 design, either using this strap or this one where I'll make some tab at the top. I'll see which one I feel comfortable with, so I can just have easy access to the battery. And sometimes the tape, when you use the tape and pull it, it can tweak the chassis a certain way, so I was just never a fan. So that's the concept of this little task. So I've got all the necessary stuff. It's just that if I'm gonna use this design, I've got 2 designs. I'll need to make like a tab for the top, top section of these things to lock the battery. So when the battery is in, either swings around or I might just use a strap. So stay tuned and I'll be back once everything is completed. All right then. Alright, now for the final showdown, my fellow RCers, I made 2 battery hold down types, and this is type 1, and I had this installed, as you can see from the photo, before, but I decided to settle on type 2, which is this setup. Now what I have done here is 2 little body posts and servo horns. Yeah, so that's the setup I decided to opt for, type 2. Now what it does, it still gives the chassis some flex, and the battery still has about like a millimeter play inside still, and in case just for a crash or something, it has room to play because it's nylon. So there's a little flexibility in the post, whereas this also, it's gonna hold firm, and that also can create tweak. But everyone has its pros and cons. For example, for the type 1, it's just easily released by just pulling out the clips. Yeah. Whereas this, you have to make sure you have your Allen key, your hex wrench, and you release the screw just to move it around. But it takes no time actually, because it's just a simple loosening of the screw and move around, and that's it. And then you push it back and you just simply screw and tighten back in position, and everything is good to go. So that's it, my little homemade battery holder. And this is the Mugen MTC1, and they've got an optional battery holding system, and that's like $50, most likely. If I get it in pounds, probably about 45 pounds, or sometimes just the same. So it's about being creative, and that's what this hobby does, this sport does, RC. Sometimes we just have to be creative, and I really like this idea. So that's my setup, all from 2 servo horns and 2 pieces of body posts, and I'm good to go, well secured, ain't going anywhere. Yeah, well secured. So there you have it, and thanks for viewing.